Like, I don't understand how you could do that and not go to jail.
Especially after the Baldwin shit just happened, dumbass. Like,
right?
Really?
But just okay.
And that's a whole nother fucking can of worms. Also, being comfortable with violence is a must nowadays. Whether it's in a parking lot, a store, at school, church, Kenosha, car lot.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. If you're faced with
4,
violence...
5, 6.
Wow, Offspring.
Yeah.
That's the loudest concert I've ever been to, actually.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of...
Alexander Ombre, favorite album. Okay, go ahead.
Pretty fly for a half white guy. If you're faced with violence, be calm, be confident, and be comfortable. From the mat to the field, in comfort, there is confidence. Have both with Violent Vibe Tribe. We got to figure out this little ad read a little bit. We got to work it around. But basically, you got to have that violent vibe about you. You got to... It doesn't mean be violent towards people. You just know that you always got to...
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Keep on your toes.
Be like Rittenhouse.
Keep your eyes peeled. I never got that terms.
Peeled.
This is like onions.
Open.
Oh yeah, but is that peeled? It's not like you're not peeled back, I guess. I don't know. Basically, just always know your surroundings. Always know what's going on, because especially nowadays with all the stuff going on, there's shit can pop off, man, and shit can get crazy, and you could find yourself at a Travis Scott concert. Or hanging out with Alec Baldwin. But anyways, go check out violentvibetribe.com and use the promo code TD20 for 20% off your entire order. And Till Death Studios and Violent Vibe Tribe are going to be doing a sweet collab on a little sticker pack. So stay tuned on all that, and I'll definitely be finger blasting the...
I'm going with guns.
Damn it.
You're a little slow over there.
Dwight, you ignorant slut.
Yeah, but make sure you check out all that, and we're gonna be doing that sticker pack, and so check out all the social medias for all that info. And speaking of social medias, at violent_vibe_tribe. To go like and share and subscribe and follow them and diddle them, all the things. But yeah, go check them out. Again, Violent Vibe Tribe. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled.
Try to relax your anus.
Be a banana.
I'm a banana. Do you remember that video?
No.
Oh, I have so many good things to share. Yeah, so go check it out. And and Nick Wright also is the owner of the company, and he's been on our podcast a couple times, so go check out one of the episodes. Later. The Baldwin stuff.
Do you think the Baldwin shit was an accident, or do you think there's malicious intent that somebody, now I'm not saying Alec Baldwin, I'm saying, do you think somebody stuck a bullet in there and was like, this is gonna fuck somebody up?
Okay.
Or do you think it was an accident?
You know me, I like to do research on things before I speak about it, because I don't like to, be a jackass, and you know what I mean? Like I don't like to, speak out of my ass. And so if I don't know something about it, I'll either let the person who I'm talking to about it tell me what they know, or like give their opinion, or I'll just be like, hey, I don't know too much about that. This is my opinion on what I know. You know what I mean? So, but I've done a lot of digging into that, and Baldwin was the producer on it. So he was the one who pretty much was running shit. And there were several people that walked off the set the day before and that day because of safety precautions and because of safety concerns. Ooh. So there were already people saying this is not a safe set to be on, so I'm going to leave. So I think that negligence on his part, and especially because he was it doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're holding a gun that fires bullets.
I mean, in the scenes I roll in, you treat every firearm like it's loaded.
Like even having this little BB gun, it's ridiculous, and
treat it like it's loaded.
So obviously, I'm gonna look Oh, I'll show you. I'm gonna look. There's BBs right there, right? I'm gonna look and make sure there's BBs, and then I'm gonna check the safety, and I'm gonna keep my finger like this, not like this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm never gonna point it at someone.
And you assume every firearm's loaded.
And
then
you assume every
safe.
firearm is loaded, and you don't point your pistol at something and pull the trigger unless you plan on destroying it.
So there's another situation I lived through that reminds me of the Alec Baldwin tragedy, which was I went skydiving, and apparently like the week before I went, they said that there was like somebody splatted. Okay, like somebody splatted when they were skydiving because of it was like a murder thing.
Yeah.
Because somebody sabotaged their parachute. They knew the person was going skydiving. They wanted him dead. They sabotaged the parachute, and the guy just splatted.
Ugh.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if you're going skydiving and you're a trained skydiver, aren't you going to check your parachute before you go on every single skydive? Just like if you're going to be shooting blanks at people, aren't you going to check that they're all blanks before you do that?
Exactly. And it's just like, dude, like, and how many sets has he been on, and how many movie sets has he been on that have been action movies doing all this? And like, he should already know that.
He's a seasoned actor. He should know the procedures.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, negligent manslaughter is still a fucking crime.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. Like, why are you pointing a gun at anyone?
And the other thing is too, if we think about it this way, so the guy might have just committed. It was honestly probably just a total accident. Like a real round fell in there and nobody noticed it, and it wasn't. I don't know. I don't think it's malicious, because if somebody was trying to like sneak a murder in there, it wouldn't be done that way, because you just don't know who Alec Baldwin is going to be shooting at next, at what time, and like where the bullet's going to be. It sounds like an accident. Regardless, if somebody I cared about was the victim, if nothing's going to make me feel better, but what might make you feel a little better is if the person that shot my innocent friend was to pay some sort of consequence for it.
There's been a lot of conjecture. There's obviously a lot, with everything, there's rumors, and especially we have the internet now. So, but there's been a lot said about his relationship with the victim, and it wasn't amazing. So
no, but they're actors. They don't have amazing relationships. Literally, they don't. They go on in front of cameras and say, "Oh my God, what a performance!" And then the other person goes, "You did a good performance too," and they all just circle jerk. That's not a real relationship of any sort.
Well, but then when you have Alec Baldwin playing it up, like, "Oh, I love her so much, and we were such good friends," and exactly, it's like, does anyone realize he's an actor?
This is like, dude. Honestly, if he could act his way out of this, if anyone could act their way out of this, like Alec Baldwin could act his way out of it.
Exactly. And then if you go into Alec Baldwin's past, also he's been in anger management for treating his daughter like shit. So it's not like his own. Do you not remember any of those?
Yeah, I do.
Like voice record or the recording that he left a message on his daughter's answering machine? Do you remember
in
this?
30 Rock where he recorded every single word in the dictionary so that they could make post-mortem messages in his voice.
Yeah. Let me see. Hold. I'm gonna try and find this, and then so you can fucking. I
want to know what it's like to be Alec Baldwin's daughter.
Hold on. Let me
see.
I
want to hear this message, and I'm going to pretend like he's calling me and leaving me a message.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Alec Baldwin.
Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to try and screen record this also, so I have it ready.
How old's his daughter? Like, just for reference. Like, how old is his daughter when he leaves this message?
Like, at the time, let me see, how old?
Is she grown?
Once I play this, I'll tell you. I'll look up how old she was.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay? And I want to leave a message for you right now, because again, it's 10:30 here in New York on a Wednesday, and once again, I made an ass of myself trying to get to a phone to call you at a specific time. when the time comes for me to make the phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing, and I go when I make that phone call. At 11 o'clock in the morning in New York, and if you don't pick up the phone, at 10 o'clock at night, and you don't even have that goddamn phone turned on. I want you to know something, okay? I'm tired of playing this game with you. I'm leaving this message with you to tell you, you have insulted me for the last time. You have insulted me. You don't have the...
Okay, real quick. You have insulted me for the last time. That sounds telling. That didn't age well with his situation right now. Okay, just needed to say that real quick.
Yeah.
The decency as a human being. I don't give a damn that you're 12 years old or 11 years old, or that you're a child, or that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass who doesn't care about what you do as far as I'm concerned. You have humiliated me for the whole time with this phone. And when I come out there next week, I'm going to fly out there for the day just to straighten you out on this issue. I'm going to let you know just how disappointed in you I am and how angry I am with you that you've done this to me again.
This is not a good one.
You've made me feel like shit, and you've made me feel like a fool over and over and over again. And this crap you pull on me with this goddamn phone situation that you would never dream of doing to your mother, and you do it to me constantly and over again. I am going to get on a plane, and I'm going to come out there for the day, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me? I'm going to really make sure you get it. Then I'm going to get on the plane. I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to come home. So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay? Hey, I want to...
Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
God.
Yeah, so 12. There we go.
That's Alec Baldwin calling his 12-year-old daughter a rude little pig, among a bunch of other really mean, fucked up shit, because she didn't pick up the phone. Yo, Dick,
now,
I wouldn't
okay.
pick up the phone if you called me and left me messages like that either.
I will give understanding as being a human. Like, sometimes you lose your shit. I get that. I understand that. But dude, like,
That's fucked up.
yeah, but she's 12.
12.
I mean, now do I laugh at horrible times? Yes. So
Well, you know why I like that? Because it sounds like Alec Baldwin. I picture him in like Glenn Ross giving that speech.
Yeah.
He's like, closers get coffee. You see this watch? $80,000.
Well, yeah,
Like-
and also
like-
there's a point in there where you can hear his voice change to almost like he
going into
like a
yeah.
mobstery, like almost like in The Departed. Like remember he was in The Departed. He has that kind of that Boston accent.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. Well, but it's his 12-year-old daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
and
But
he's-
it's funny because it's like you can tell that when he's angry, sometimes he goes into this character.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's kind of great.
kind of funny, but it didn't age well. But basically, what I'm
No.
saying with that is it goes to show character and the anger issue. You know,
He has serious anger issues because he's livid and he's very good at like talking shit when he's mad too. I have to give him props on being creative and debasing, and frankly just being very mean to his daughter. At least he doesn't cut it in a different Alec Baldwin-y way.
Yeah.
And it's if you're gonna be a maladjusted piece of shit, at least he's got good words for it.
True,
And
you know,
I mean, it just like if I was his daughter, I would ignore him too because like, what the fuck, Dad? Why are you being such a dick?
yeah. I mean, and again, I can like I said, I you know, I'm not trying to take up for Alec Baldwin. I think he's a fucking piece of shit. But I think that I can understand. Ooh, sorry, Jen just told me that she has pizza for us coming home. Yes. Side note. Anyways, so no, I think that I can understand in the moment being angry about shit. I've definitely said shit in the moment that I didn't mean or that was rude or not. I've
That's
had
true.
plenty of arguments, you know, with my own dad, which you've been privy to here and there.
Yeah.
Just, you know, being a friend.
I'm lucky. My dad funny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I understand
I like
that.
that too.
I understand that at certain points, I'm sure shit is going on with you and an ex, or you and a friend. I mean, me and you have had words before to each other. They weren't that bad.
Well, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I don't honestly get mad very often, but when I do, I get extremely mad.
Well,
I can get where
but
he's
you
coming
also
from a
get
little
very
bit.
just to the point.
I get laser focused,
Yeah.
like I can't. I honestly like obsessed. When I get angry, like I'm obsessed angry, and I can't rest until I fucking address it. At least say my piece about some shit, and then I'm over it. Like that's kind of how I work. Is like it takes a lot to make me angry, but when I get angry, I kind of get carried away. So I get where you can get caught up in like a moment of having emotions are high.
Yeah.
But he spent about 3 minutes basically berating his daughter, and my understanding of why he's mad is something about how she didn't pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And that seems like a little overkill.
Yeah, and just my own like personal take on that too. Like I've had a phone since I was 12, and that's because of court dealings and all the stuff that went on between my mom and my dad, and so I understand having a phone that young, and that was even before internet and all the it was a big deal, and then I also understand from the daughter's aspect of like maybe I don't need.
Heck, no, they don't make calls. I don't even think. Like
true.
a 12-year-old isn't going to call people. She's probably going to send them emojis.
Yeah, so I mean, it's I don't know their life. I don't know all the shit but just from the outside looking in and seeing everything, it doesn't look great.
Not a great look for Alec Baldwin after a murder thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's
yeah,
not
when he's
amazing.
in front of a jury and he's trying to be like, I'm a caring, loving, harmless, big group hug person.
Yeah.
And then the prosecution goes, hold on a second, play.
Yeah.
Listen to this. People are gonna be like, dude. As far as establishing character, like that is not gonna help his trial.
Yeah, no, not at all. And and also I just heard that I think either yesterday or the day before he just did an exclusive ABC interview, and has him saying that he didn't pull the trigger.
Now he's lying.
Right? Like, then how did it happen?
Or
buddy?
wait, explain this one. So he's like, so here I was, and I was just holding the gun without using my trigger finger, and it went bang. Is that what he's claiming now, or is like, dude, you're really he's grasping for straws. Like he's going, oh shit, I did kill somebody. I may have to pay consequences for fucking shooting someone. Is that a surprise to you, Alec Baldwin? It's not like that person was attacking you.
Let me see. I'm trying to find. Okay.
It's called negligent manslaughter.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to show you the video once I edit all this, and you can watch it back and whatever and see the video. I'll send you the link. But here, let me see.
She was someone who was loved by everyone who worked with, and liked by everyone who worked with, and admired.
Now he's crying, head in his hand.
I mean, even now, I find it hard to believe that. It just doesn't seem real to me.
You haven't said much in public since that tragic accident. Why speak out now? I think the big question, and the one you must have asked yourself 1,000 times, how could this have happened?
Since the fatal shooting on the set of the movie
You
Rust.
described it as a 1 in a trillion shot, and the gun was in your hand. How do you come to terms with that? It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point the gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never.
What did you think happened? How did a real bullet get on that set?
I have no idea. Someone put a live bullet in a gun. A bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property.
How do you respond to actors like George Clooney who say that every time they were handed a gun, they checked it themselves? Your emotions are so clearly so right there on the surface. You felt shock. You felt anger. You felt sadness. Do you feel guilt? You said you're not a victim, but is this the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
Yes. Yep.
You didn't get shot, Alec.
Because I think back And I think of what could I have done?
Yeah.
Not pull the trigger, you
Baldwin,
dick.
unscripted.
He said he didn't pull the trigger.
Tomorrow night at 8/7 Central on ABC.
So,
and
yeah,
stream on Hulu.
Wow.
Oh, it's on Hulu. I might have to watch that. Ooh.
Dude, okay, so that we
so
have
actually it's coming out
that's
tonight. It was
recorded.
just like a preview or whatever. Cool.
Okay, well that's fantastic. So there's a lot of people that claim to have varying levels of firearms knowledge and expertise, and I could do a breakdown on an AR or 1911 or something without too much trouble. But there are people that are way more knowledgeable about guns than I am. Anyway, that being said, you don't have to go to gun school or serve in the military to know that in order for a gun to shoot, someone has to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
unless you're talking about a black powder revolver that got dropped off of a horse.
Well, yeah. No, I think the movie Rust is supposed to take place in the, well, it's not being made anymore, but it was supposed to take place. Well, they might get a new lead. And
Title.
obviously a new director of photography.
Yeah, they're gonna need a new director. I heard the last one got fired.
Director of photography, at least.
Everything. I don't think anyone's gonna want to be a director of photography
on that
around
one, yeah, because it's
Baldwin
probably got
ever.
bad juju. So no, but it's supposed to take place like I think like old Western times, maybe. That's what I heard.
So
So it's
revolvers.
older revolvers and stuff. So I can understand there's a different safety level with those because those guns are a little older and yada yada. But I guess what I heard,
have a black powder. Is it? But okay? If you're using a black powder revolver, which would be authentic to the era, or mid to early 1800s, then it's going to take a lot of direct and I would say even skilled effort to load an actual lead round into the chamber. It takes me about 2 minutes per chamber, maybe a minute to 2 minutes per chamber. You have to wedge the freaking lead ball on top of the padding, on top of the wadding, on top of the powder that's measured in. I don't think they were using those because Hollywood has old-fashioned cowboy guns that use cartridges instead of the black powder in the ball.
Yeah, I don't
so
think
if this was a cartridge one.
Yeah, I don't think it was like black powder and like a musket and fucking all that shit. But I think it was just bullets, like just put it in a little revolver
Cartridges,
or whatever. But,
like little metal cartridges that are blank, and then one of them actually had a round in it. And so that could, if you were tired and you were paying attention, you could slip one in there and not be able to really see the difference.
Yeah, and I was watching AK guy, the Brandon Herrera. We were talking about. Yeah, I was watching him and kind of breaking down when the whole shit went down, and he was like this, it's not exactly the same thing that happened to Brandon Lee, during the Crow when that shit happened and when he died on the set. Yeah. But it's very similar. So when Brandon Lee died, it was because it wasn't a blank, but it was a certain type of faux like bullet that was used on sets. And what happened is, I guess I guess the gun didn't shoot a projectile, but it kept the bullet, the front part, the bullet. I'm bad with terminology, but it kept the bullet part in the gun, and then when they loaded the blank in there, it didn't shoot a projectile, but it hit the back of that bullet, and that's what shot Brandon Lee.
That makes sense. So that makes sense. If you had an inert bullet just wedged in the barrel and then you fired a blank behind it,
exactly,
it's gonna shoot it.
Yeah,
it's not gonna give it the full force.
So
but
I think that's what happened with Brandon Lee. And then, this situation's a little different because they were going to shoot blanks, which are used for the sound and the effect, but no actual projective. And
there's a little flash.
Exactly. So it's just used for on-screen, whatever. So it's pretty interesting what's going to happen with all this,
I think what everyone wants to know is, was Alec set up? Was there some sneaky guy sneaking around like the Grinch, and then they were like, he put that in there?
From what I heard also is that from people on the set is that he said like before the trigger was pulled and before that happened, which, you know, according to him, didn't happen. Allegedly, he said that, yeah, what a fucking idiot.
Dude, don't even. Now you've lost all credibility,
Yeah,
Alec. Like
you said
you're
that, I don't believe anything that comes out of your mouth.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, "Wow, did you read that on a script?" Like, okay, I'm sorry. What? Like, what happened? The little bullet fairy comes down. The little gun fairy was like, "Hey, Tinkerbell, pull the trigger." Like, oh, man, what the fuck happened, Alec? Don't even lie. Like, you're not. Don't even talk anymore because you're obviously full of shit.
Yeah.
Like. And first of all, it's contradicting his own self.
Yeah,
he's like,
it's not,
I'm fitted
you're
with
not,
skill.
you're not doing it right.
This is the hardest thing that ever happened to me. You know, he's like, this is the roughest thing that ever happened to me. First of all, it didn't happen to you.
Yeah.
And their families. So you're the bad guy here. And at the end of the day, he goes, "Oh, this is rough, this horrible, and I didn't do it." Well, then how are you going through all these emotions, Alec, if you didn't fucking do it? Like, okay, what?
Yeah, so if you didn't pull the trigger and you didn't do it, then why is this the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
Worst thing that ever happened to you. Yeah, you're like obviously lying. It's like Alec is completely lying about something or another, and that doesn't get a good look for him either.
I don't know who's the more ridiculous liar, him or Juicy Smollett? Juicy Smollett?
He's a way bigger liar.
Juicy Smollett. You know, the fake hate crime where, you know, he wore a noose for 45 minutes.
One guy wore a MAGA hat.
And it was two black dudes. Like, what?
Huh?
You know they're doing the jury selection in that trial right now too.
Oh yeah. See, like,
this is gonna be good.
I've been on. Yeah, I've been on juries before, and
you lucky fuck. I want to go into a jury.
You know what? Honestly, you should go on a jury as long as it's not a crazy case. Yeah. It's like 2-3 days, and it's very, very interesting because you're in the action. You get to see how all the procedures go, and you see all the evidence, you see all the cool technology, and you get the testimonies. And it's a badass experience, and it's also kind of your civic duty, you know. So, and it's great because you love giving your opinion. You're a pretty logical guy, me too. And it's like you get to look at it as a completely neutral party.
Yeah.
And then it's a very big decision, so you want to make the right one and you deliberate. And it's kind of neat. What isn't neat is that when you're on jury, you're spending 8 hours a day in a courtroom, and the seats they put you in are trash, man. We're talking like plastic cafeteria chairs in a fucking courthouse that's like a multi-million-dollar building with a big gold seal and robes and like fanciness and expensive money, taxpayer money everywhere you see.
Yeah.
Except that the jurors get the cafeteria plastic jail chairs, and you sit in this jail chair for like 8 hours a day. And your butt is going to get sweaty and stuck in just awkward places and balls and stuff. And like the chairs need help, but the jury experience is great. I got out of the trial because I knew it was going to be a long one because it was like it's like one of those crime shows where you're like, this guy's accused of horrible things, multiple counts, and so, you know, like rape and murder and fucking all this shit. And I'm like, wow, you're a very horrible human being. I bet you did some of it. I did, but I got out of the jury because I was like, I don't believe I should be in this jury. And they're like, why not? And I'm like, well, for one, I get fully triggered about like victim stuff. Like when somebody's a victim and they can't help themselves, I get triggered. But more importantly, like I don't trust cops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, because they lie, and so I don't trust cops either.
It's sad. I mean, I don't know, like, because I've been watching a lot of. I've been watching like a lot of.
Get out.
What's up?
They were like, get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
I've been watching like a lot of true crime stuff and like, you know, police shooting stuff and like all that, just because like, you know, like I was saying, I like to do research than just what some talking head on the news says. So I like to look at it myself and make my own decision from the body cam footage or from the footage that was shot there. You know?
Yeah.
That's why the whole Rittenhouse thing, the night after it happened, there were all the videos out and all that shit, and I watched them, and I was like, there's no way this is anything besides self-defense. Like,
that was my takeaway.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for watching a clip of the Till Death podcast. If that didn't offend you, don't worry. We will. Keep clicking. Find out.
Damn.
Leave a comment. You just say whatever you want. It's okay. You know, it's a freedom thing. But, you know, just engage. And click subscribe.